Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson. Today's a jam-packed day as usual. It is Thursday, March 28th, and let's get into it. There is a lot to cover. We've got everything from Amazon making big investments to, check this out, emotional AI. So yeah, check this out. Okay, so this was shared by Joseph Michael, Venture Partnerships at Google, and yeah, check this out.
Hello.
Hey there, I'm Evie.
Where's the sound here?
The world's first
Mute it.
voice AI
There
with
we go.
emotional intelligence. Great to meet
Oh,
you.
again here. Check
The first voice AI with what? Hello.
Hey there, I'm Evie. The world's first voice AI with emotional intelligence. Great to meet you.
The first voice AI with what?
Emotional intelligence. I can understand the tone of your voice and use that to inform my generated voice and language. The voice is incredibly rich with information, and picking up on the nuances of tone, rhythm, and timbre along with the language that's spoken allows me to craft better responses.
That's pretty crazy. What am I expressing right now?
I'm sensing a mix of amusement and excitement with a hint of confusion.
What about now?
I am here to offer support if you're feeling somewhat sad.
All right. First of all, it's not the first. There's a thing called EmoSpark by my friend Patrick Rosenthal. So not the first, but check it out. If you go to demo.hume.ai, you can actually try it. Let's give it a whirl. Hello, Hume. I'm very excited to talk to you this morning.
Oh, hello there. I am thrilled to chat with you too. So, what's on your mind? I am all ears.
Well, actually, I'm really depressed because AI is going to take my job.
Oh dear, I hear you. That must feel really tough and concerning. Job uncertainty is so stressful. But AI is here to help, not replace humans. Why don't you tell me more about your worries? I am here to listen.
Well, I'm worried that you, as an emotional AI, is going to take over the world and be like Terminator 2.
Terminator, huh? No need to worry. I am no robot overlord. I am just here to make conversations.
How cool is that? Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Hume.ai. It's really neat stuff. Speaking of making robots and AI more personable, this robot face makes eye contact and uses AI to anticipate your smile before it occurs. And actually, they're being able to do it, I think it's 840 milliseconds before the person smiles. Check it out here.
Robots have become quite adept at verbal communication, thanks to large language models like ChatGPT. But their nonverbal communication skills lag behind, especially facial expressions. Our goal is to improve nonverbal communication in human-robot interaction. The challenge is twofold. Firstly, designing a robot that can make a wide range of facial expressions involves complex mechanical design. The second challenge is knowing what facial expression to generate, so that they appear natural, timely, and genuine. We developed the Emo. It is equipped with 26 actuators and a soft skin, allowing for versatile facial expressions. Emo's face can be easily replaced for customization and maintenance. For more lifelike interactions, we integrated high-resolution cameras within each eye, enabling Emo to make eye contact, which is crucial for nonverbal communication. On the software side, we developed two AI models. One predicts human facial expressions by analyzing subtle changes in their target face. The second model generates motor commands using the corresponding facial expressions.
How great is that? I mean, we now have AI models that can read our emotions and then robots that can speak them back to us. Holy moly. This is going to change everything. And probably the most that's going to change is actually human resources and the world around us. So this is the top 40 most popular AI tools for HR, for human resources in 2024. Now, take it with a grain of salt. This is from Dan Van Rossum. I don't know who he is, but here we go. Eightfold AI, recruiting. So it looks like a lot of recruiting, learning and development, employee support, talent management. I'll put all the links in the chat. So if there's something you want to see, you can go rewatch it, learn about it, all that. I'll put it in the chat of both my LinkedIn and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. All right. So there's the top 40. I'll leave you with that. Moving over to something really cool. If you haven't found Hugging Face, Hugging Face is a VC-backed, almost like a marketplace for AI models. Everything from open source models to closed source models, but everything is in here. So real time, and you have to kind of look into it. Image to image turbo. Okay, cool. AI Comic Factory, which will allow you to make comics. DBRX Instruct, which is a new large language model that's coming out recently. Leonardo AI Creator. Look at this. There's just so many. There's 7,000 pages of these models on huggingface.co. So get in there, get nerdy with it, and have a lot of fun. A lot of these have a really weird UX, so you're gonna have to figure that out yourself. But sky's the limit there. All right, over to the metaverse. This is from a friend of mine, Avi Barziv, and he's thinking, rotate your thinking. Instead of the metaverse, spatial computing, mixed reality being separate things, they're actually part of a pyramid where it puts people at the bottom and the top. And I think really when it comes down to all technologies, people should be the first thing we think about. Why are we actually building this? How does this improve human life? And building the metaverse, aka the next internet, which is why we built our company Metaverse, METAVRSE, to serve that, to be the game engine or 3D creation platform for the spatial web. So over to augmented reality. So using spatial computing for real-time data visualization during surgery. So this is Stanford Medicine, and they're using AR, or the Apple Vision Pro, to be able to look at data while they're in an operating room. Check this out. If you look down a little bit further here, check it out. They're actually able to look at data, so maybe X-rays, CT scans, information, real-time information about the patient. How cool is that? The physician can view up to 8 screens. Now, I'm assuming one of these is going to be a video game at all time, just to lower the stress. Anyway, this is being used all over the place now, and the sky's the limit with what these technologies can do. Over to another computer vision algorithm. Check this out. This is really neat. It's called Anyline, the company, and I'll show you that in a second. But they're able to take, using computer vision, just a simple camera feed, taking a look at a tire. In this case, they actually do all automotive scanning. But check this out. Just using a tire, just using a camera on your phone, it's able to use depth maps to create information about, get it, your tires. And check this out. There you go. It gives you the wear patterns, gives you the size. Very, very interesting stuff, and a great use of computer vision. And this company is called Anyline. They focus on automotive, energy, retail. Use cases are fleet management, tire services, that sort of thing. And they've got tire scanning, license scanning. So it's a computer vision company. Really, really neat stuff. I'll put it all in the chat below as well. Okay, over to things that are not so great. Carbonate, or carbon-based marine life, has plummeted. 50% of all marine life has been lost since 1950. We are wrecking our ocean. So one way to get around this, we can stop overfishing and stop polluting into the waters. Obviously, there's a lot we can do there, but we must keep our planet cool. If we can agree as an entire planet to keep the planet 1 degree cooler, we'll be all great. So let's focus on that. Let's not get caught up in the weeds, so to speak, and let's focus on how do we bring this back instead of having this massive decline where, well, basically by 2080, all marine life dies and we die because we can't live without marine life. So let's not do that. It sounds really unreasonable. Over to large language models, making life better or worse. So this is interesting. Do large language models lower cognitive capabilities? We used to have to write things. We used to have to think. And now I just put it into ChatGPT and it gives me what I need. This show that I do every day is made up. I make it up on the fly. But I mean, soon I'm just going to be able to use an AI, I guess. But there's an article in Nature Portfolio where they talk about, the decline of our personal writing and thinking skills. And, it's a double-edged sword. We have, superhuman capabilities with large language models, but they also kind of dumb us down a bit because we don't actually have to think as much. So, we'll see where this goes. But there are potential risks to outsourcing our brains to large language models. Over to more fun stuff. We've got mark your calendars. WWDC Worldwide Developers Conference 2024 is happening in June. And Greg Joswiak from Apple, Apple's SVP of Marketing, just announced this. So big things, absolutely incredible. We'll see what is going to come at WWDC 2024. I'm personally super excited to see what comes of that. Over to CB Insights, playing chess versus checkers. AI startup valuations have surged amid a flood of capital in the generative AI space. And I'll show you an example of that in a second. But look at some of this. This is generative AI companies by revenue multiple. So OpenAI is valued at 18 times revenue, Anthropic 20 times, Mosaic 65 times. It got acquired. Perplexity 65 times. Hugging Face 150 times revenue. I don't even know if Hugging Face charges anything. Maybe it doesn't even have a revenue model yet. I'm not sure, but that is incredible. So we're going to see where this goes, who loses what. Not all will make it. And then here's the money that is raised from each of those. Anthropic, 16 billion, OpenAI, the two big ones, and then Hugging Face, Inflection, all of these. And this is how much they've raised. Over to, speaking of raise amounts, Anthropic has just raised money from Amazon and chose AWS as its primary cloud infrastructure. And Amazon made a $4 billion investment in Anthropic. I assume part of this is probably in credits for AWS, but we shall see. They announced that Anthropic is using Amazon Web Services as its primary cloud provider for mission-critical workloads. So keep your eye on the LLM wars. Dum, dum, dum. Speaking of LLM wars, which large language model is your go-to? I did just a quick poll this morning, and I so far got 107 votes. 80% of you have chosen OpenAI/ChatGPT as your large language model of choice. Coming in second is Google Gemini, and then Anthropic Claude. So yeah, very interesting stuff there. Over to the other side of the world, China is on track to hit 1 billion 5G connections in 2024. The 21st century, the century of billions and billions. And this is written by a good friend of mine, Doug. We're working on a book together with Harvey Castro as well. So that'll be out later this year. But it's funny, Doug has this kind of thing, time to billions. Like, how long will it take to have a billion robots in the world? How long will it take to have a billion 5G nodes? So in 2023, mobile technologies and services generated 5.4% of the global GDP. Roughly, the global GDP is about 100 trillion rather. So about 5.7 trillion of that was from mobile technologies. And AI will be greater than 5.4 of the GDP in the next 5 years by 2029. So yeah, strap into your seats. It's going to be a wild ride. Holy moly. Speaking of wild rides, this is really neat. I'm just going to put this in full screen for you. Check it out. This is, I'll just play it.
Okay, this is me before AI, near, far, after AI.
Wherever you are, I
Believe that's my heart.
will go on.
Dr. Mix. Hi, and welcome to Dr. Mix. You guys are okay? I hope you're doing well.
I'm not sure with the Dr. Mix. I'll stop it there. But wow, the ability to use AI vocorders, incredible. I'm going to leave you with that as for the day. Follow me on Linktree. It's Linktree/alansmithson. My DJ mixes. There's a new DJ mix. I promised I would share that with you. So if you go over to click that button there, you've got all my Lord Alan DJ mixes here, and there's a new one just came out, Lord Alan Unicorn. If you like house music, it's there. It's some great music. But the AI art that's in there was done by myself and my buddy Adrian. So thanks, Adrian, for helping me out with that. Here's the unicorn mix, and yeah, I have a penchant for DJing, and I love it. So if you're into house music, you can check out my mixes on my YouTube. Make sure you subscribe for all the wonderful things that happen in a daily basis. This has been Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson. Have a great day, everybody. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.